What's up, guys? Today we're gonna watch YouTuber proves people are lazy with day trading. This is gonna be a nice video because I'm a trader myself, and I've been doing investments for quite a while now. Oh my god, quite a while now. And we're gonna see what this video has in store for us. By the way, shout out to CoffeeZilla. He's a great YouTuber. Let's go ahead and watch it.
This YouTuber tried proving people are lazy by turning $10,000 into $1 million, but he accidentally ended up embarrassing himself instead and promoted a guru who we're going to be exposing today.
We could be
We'll see.
doing hard labor, but instead the idea is mentality, success, and money.
The YouTuber is whistling
Mentality, okay. Let's see what happens in store for us.
Diesel. He has 10 million subscribers, and his name is Cody. His channel's motto, never ever clickbait ever. So you can imagine I'm pretty excited about this video because look at that title. He's gonna prove people are lazy with a series showing people that hate money how truly possible it is to make money.
It is possible to make money. It is not impossible to make money with day trading or with trading in general. It's just that I think the way people are selling it out to be, it is so ridiculous that the way they sell it, it is impossible. But I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen in this channel. Let's see if they are one of the guys who are over-promising, you know, that you're going to get rich quick or whatever.
Let's dive in and find out from the guy who never clickbaits how exactly that's going to work.
Alex is one of the world's top leading day traders. We're gonna turn $10,000 into $1 million in one day.
Oh,
In one day. Okay. All right. In one day. Y'all got to be the next. Y'all are the next Elon Musks.
well, actually, that seems pretty lazy to make $1 million in one day.
You know what? Why do we even work, actually, guys? Why do we even work? Have you ever thought about it? Why do you go to work? Why do you go to a 9 to 5 if you can just turn 10,000 into $1 million in one day without any risks, of course?
Instead of being patient, but it also turns out to be clickbait because, of course, they don't make $1 million. But the setup is pretty simple. Cody Whistling Diesel plays this jokester who doesn't know anything, and then we have Alex. He's presented as our guru, one of the top day traders of the world.
Alex is the world's expert trader, world's top leading day traders.
And it's kind of
So I've done I've done a little bit of research on this guy. He is a trader, but like the way they're selling it is completely obviously not realistic. And even if he was to do that, which I don't think is impossible, it's not impossible for you to turn 10,000 into $1 million. But that's not how the answer works here. That's not the question here. The question is how realistic is for you to do this, and how possible and how consistent it is for you to do that. Because you can do that maybe once or twice every like 1,000 attempts, but you're not going to be able to consistently do that, especially in one day. There's no way. There's just too much risk. It's too much leverage.
a strange mix because Cody seems
Most likely just going to lose everything.
to not take this seriously at all, while Alex is very serious.
We're betting that the Japanese yen is going to get weaker and the New Zealand dollar is going to get stronger.
First thing you want
Okay.
to do when you come into the market, you want to find out of all
Okay, so let's see what he's doing. So he's seeing the upper trend, and then he's trying to sell onto the next support line right here. And he's doing a 3-to-1, I guess, risk reward ratio, or 2-to-1 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2-to-1 and 3-to-1, which is fair. He can do this, but I want to see exactly how he's going to turn 10,000 into $1 million. And what's the leverage here? Is he using 0.01 lot size? Is he using a full lot size? Is he using 10.0 lot size? What is he doing exactly? You know, what's the leverage? What's the margin level? How many trades he has, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So like, there are so many questions here, right?
the markets, which one have the highest probability of going in one direction versus the other.
You know, it was somewhere in the middle of this very simple Forex explanation that I realized, oh, these guys are selling something, or at least Alex is. He's an expert who sells
Which, again, there's nothing wrong with selling anything. The problem is how you sell what you're selling. You know what I'm saying? Because you can sell a Forex course. You can sell a trading course. You can do anything as long as you're being clear about what you're selling. Because, you know, you're not going to be able to turn 10,000 into $1 million.
a course for
At least not in one day.
$1,500 to teach people trading, which makes all of this pretty weird. But then Alex makes a pretty interesting admission about the whole experiment.
I was actually interested in taking this trade before you pulled up. You would have lost your full 10 grand right there.
Really?
Yeah, out of it.
Really? So we're gonna cut. We're gonna come back
He doesn't even know it.
in 2 hours when this trade is 5 times the value.
Okay, so hold on. Is this the trade that's gonna make them $1 million?
He's gonna let me borrow the Porsche, and we're gonna have fun for a little bit while we're letting our money stack. We could be doing hard labor, but instead the idea is mentality,
The sound effect.
success, and money.
So
So hold on. Before he continues, so what he's gonna do is he had 10,000 bucks. So what he's gonna do while he's waiting for the market to work for them, they're gonna like have fun and drive around, and then at the end of the day, they will have turned 10,000 into $1 million. Is that what's happening in one day? Then why are they not doing this every day? Why aren't they making $1 million every day? Why they don't make that turn at 10,000 into $1 million? And why when they do this in one day, on the next day, why don't they get the same million and turn that into 100 million? And they become the youngest billionaires and trillionaires ever, because that's not how it works, buddy.
in a quest to prove people hate money and are lazy, Cody shows up nearly
This is probably just a marketing strategy for them to sell the courses, which, like I said, nothing wrong with selling courses. There's nothing wrong with selling anything. It's just that you have to see the kind of promises that you're making. You got to be a little bit more realistic about it, because otherwise you're just misleading people.
loses everything, makes one trade, and then takes a 2-hour break to drive supercars. Wasn't this whole video about hard labor and why people are lazy? Now it's about supercars and letting your money stack? Let's be honest, you need something before you can let your money stack. You need money. This is all starting to feel like an advertisement for Alex the Forex Guru. After all, Whistling Diesel is not a financial YouTuber. He knows nothing about that stuff. He makes car videos, but suddenly is spending 15 minutes learning about Forex. But just when I started to agree with the comment section, I got
This is an ad, of course.
the video's real sponsor.
Which brings us to our ad break while we're making revenue. A personal data protection system.
Yeah, apparently that's the ad.
I think at least 3 cents.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be 100% honest. It's actually a lot better than I thought.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna taste like.
Okay, we're gonna skip this ad too.
So here's something interesting about Incognito.
A reviewer from Business Insider shared their first-hand experience.
Okay, never mind. That's still the ad. Let's skip that too and get back to what we only think might be an ad.
Where? Yeah.
So we were up
We're
probably
at 89,000.
no 90,000.
89,000.
We're at 90. Oh, we're at 90.
Okay, so hold on. So this is not the same trade. Is it the same trade that he started? This is not the same trade, is it?
No, but we were
Where are we at?
Because the first trade he was selling,
So
now
we
he's
were
buying, I think.
up
We're
probably
at 89,000.
90,000.
And by the way, how are you gonna know if this is a real account if it's not showing if this is a real account? If it made a blur, you're never gonna know if it's a demo account or a real account, which it could be real, could be wrong. You'll never know. And how much is he risking? What's the margin level of this account? How much money is he putting at risk for him to blow up? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there anything? What's the structure? Like, there's so many questions involved around it, so it's really hard to say. Like, it's hard for you to see the consistency in this method or whatever if he's not being more clear about it. Because the truth is, you can show however much money you want, but it still doesn't mean a thing. You know, I can go ahead out there and I can make that too and hide a whole bunch of things just to try and sell something. So it is a little bit more complicated than that.
We're at 90. Oh, we're at 90.
No, but we were. I saw it on the phone.
91, 92. So should we pull out at 100?
No, this is gonna go more than 100 for sure.
Like, this is absolutely possible to do. You can make 100K, you know, but what you got to understand is what these people need to be clear to the audience is that what is the risk you're taking to make 100K? Because you can make millions off of the market. You can make millions. You can make 100K. You can make this. You can make that. You can make however much money you want. But this is not the question. Like I said, the question is, what is the risk you're taking? What are you risking to lose to make that kind of money? That's the real question that needs to come in handy. What is the management that you're doing?
Really?
Yeah, this is probably gonna be like 400 grand. No, for sure, 100%. But it's gonna take 2 to 3 days to get there.
All right, so we missed a lot while driving supercars and doing 2 ads. We now
missed a lot.
learn we're in the money, and in 2 days, we'll have $400,000. But Whistling Diesel doesn't want to wait that long. Instead, he closes his trade for $9,000 in
Wait, wasn't it supposed to be 400K?
profit. But I started to wonder, what if they had held on to this trade? Because even Cody wondered how his day trader guru friend could just know it was going to go up so high.
I don't know, you could wait it out or...
How do you know?
I mean, I just know, bro. I don't know how to explain it.
You don't know. The thing is, nobody knows where the market goes. We have our biases, of course, because we need to believe in ourselves, or we gotta sell whatever course we're selling. But the truth is, we never know. And I say that because I'm a trader myself. I am a Forex trader, and I do not know where the market goes. Yeah, never. Like, I have my strategy. I have my stop loss. Sometimes I do not have a stop loss. I have my strategies here and there. But ultimately, like, neither me nor anybody in the world knows exactly where the market's going unless you have privileged information. You know, like if you like under government, privileged informations or whatever. If you're not a very, very specific type of person, you're not gonna know where the market's going. Never. You have your strategy. There's no guarantee. There's no assertiveness or whatever. There's no there's no win rate to how much you're gonna get it right or wrong. You might have some expectations, but you're never gonna know exactly with 100% guarantee where the market is going. And if somebody tries to tell you that they know, they're most likely lying to you, because nobody knows. You can make money without knowing where the market goes all the time, but you're never gonna know where it goes all the time. Like, never. This is pure BS.
How do you know? What does he know?
Yeah, what does he know? I wonder the same thing. So I whipped up a Forex simulation of almost the same exact trade, but I kept my money in this time for a few days. And the question is, did I make $400,000? No, I did not. I basically lost everything in my simulated account.
I don't know. Let's continue.
Because it turns out doubling your money is actually very risky. No matter how much someone says they just know the trade is going to go up, they really don't.
Exactly. Nobody knows where the market's going. Nobody knows. Never. They really don't. But you can still make money in the markets, not knowing exactly where the market goes. You just have to understand the risk you're taking every trade, and have all of your system organized, etc. It's very complicated. It's really not that simple. If it was easy to make money in the market, or for exchange, or in the stock, or in the financial markets overall, if it was just that simple to make money that quickly, then the world will simply collapse. But that's not how it works. It is possible, but it's definitely not that simple, nor that fast like they say. It's totally not.
Now, I reached out to Whistle and Diesel and asked him point blank if this entire video was an ad, but he insisted it wasn't. According to him, he was paid nothing except his profits. Alex, for his part, said the exact same thing, although he did admit that he has paid influencers in the past to collaborate, like Steve will do it. He also got Aiden Ross to give him an interview in exchange for using his Bugatti.
It's never too late to try something new. You have college, you have 9-to-5s, they're always around, they're always there. They're not going anywhere. People need workers. Just try something new. Try flipping the switch here. Try do something that you believe in yourself with.
So, yeah, apparently those two got something out of it. Supposedly Whistle and Diesel did not. If you even assume that's true, I still think it's worth digging into who this Alex guy is. And the question is it actually a good idea to give someone like this your money, or to spend your money Forex day trading? Is it the secret to untold wealth? And how did Alex really get his Bugatti money? Well, of course, I asked, and Alex told me he made $7.5 million in the last 4 years from selling courses, actually. Teaching people how to trade, which is insane.
Okay, which, like I said, is okay. There's nothing wrong with selling courses. There's nothing wrong. That's not the issue here. The issue is how you're promoting what you're promoting, and what is the consistency, and how realistic is that what you're selling to your audience. Because, like, you have to sell something. The thing I learned in life is that people, they have to make ads, they have to sell, they have to convince you to buy their product. This is just marketing. I get it, but there are limits to how far you can take this marketing strategy to make your sales, right? You have to make a good marketing, or sometimes a more aggressive market to make sales. But how far would you go? Like, how far would you stretch the line, and what would be healthy for the limit to see how far you can take it? Because, like I said, the problem here is not the sales you make, the trading courses you have. That's not the main issue here. The main issue is, what are you, like, how are you selling what you're selling? And this is going to be more harmful or not to your audience, to whoever buys it. Is this consistent or not? is this really gonna work long term? Is there something hidden underneath? Are you being open about the risks? Like, are you being very clear about the risks that they're doing? And if they know the risk and are still willing to take this risk, then it's fine. But you have to be open about it. You know, you have to make your audience aware of all the risks they're taking. And in my opinion, if you are being honest about it, then it's a green flag, not a red flag. You know what I'm saying? So
Now, Alex claims that some of his money comes from day trading, but I never learned exactly how much he's.
the problem is these people, they hide. And I'm not saying that he hides because I don't know him more in depth, but this is usually the issue on the internet these days. You know, they only show you the easy part, the good part when you make the money, but they're not showing you when you lose the money, how much you're losing, etc. So like the way you're selling, you're promoting the thing, that's the issue here.
That it ranges, but there's a famous lesson. Day trading, but I never learned exactly
It really depends if I lose or make money that amount of trading, but trading is never 100% of my income, okay?
how much. He said it ranges, but there's a famous lesson. There's more money to make selling shovels in a gold rush than mining for gold.
This is right.
Alex's website even says, I am a miner, can I do it?
What?
And the answer is yes, for $1,500.
Damn, it's a lot.
Although later I learned that actually he meant miner as in like underage person who actually aren't allowed to trade Forex. You have to be 18. But Alex's website says that you can just trade with a real account in the name of a family member of legal age, which is, again, not allowed. To make matters worse, Alex has also been accused of faking trades online and using matters worse. Alex has
Let's see what he's doing
also
here.
been accused.
So you see what they're doing here. Like, he has a stop loss. Let's see. He has a stop loss of 750 and a risk reward ratio to 39. Hold on, guys. Something popped up. So let me go back to what I was saying. Stop loss 750 and a gain of 239 risk reward ratio, right? So he's risking 0.24 to make 2.39 when he makes the money, which is completely fine. It's completely realistic. It's nice, but that's the shit here. He doesn't know where the market's going to go. Never. And the problem here is not taking the trade. The problem here is not knowing fully the risk and not being willing to lose that amount if the market goes against you. You know, so like, because you can risk $750 in the trade, no problem. The problem is, are you willing to lose that money? Is that going to affect you in your life? Are you going to go bankrupt if you lose that in one trade? Is it going to hurt you financially? Is it going to hurt you emotionally if you lose that trade? That's the real question you got to make yourself. You have to ask yourself.
Of faking trades online and using simulated accounts instead of real money. Simulated just means essentially you're using Monopoly money. It's what I did a second ago to test out that trade. But Alex denies this. He says he doesn't fake trades. The only problem I find with this is that there's a disclaimer in Alex's own videos called CFTC 441, which is a reference to a special regulation where you have to disclose if you're using a simulated account. Here's the CFTC guidelines. It matches up with what Alex's videos and website say. And this makes me think at least some of Alex's trades are not real money, despite him claiming to be such a profitable trader. Now, Alex would later tell me this is a very catch-all disclaimer commonly used in the industry. But that could be because this industry is full of a lot of people faking trading records. Now, I did try to explain this.
The thing with trading is that is a dirty market. Unfortunately, a lot of people, they cannot make money in the market and they have to sell you the dream, you know, instead of they making themselves the thing, because the truth is it is hard to make money at the end of the day. It's not impossible, but it's not easy. It's also not easy. Whoever tells you that it's just easy to make money, first off, there's no easy money ever. No matter what it is, the only easy money exists is if you were like inherited some money from your family, or you were born in a rich family somehow, and you're still relying on someone else, you know, because ultimately there's no easy money. Or I don't know, maybe you win the lottery or some shit like that, but that's one in a lifetime opportunity, most likely. There's no easy money. You can make money with the market, but it's definitely not easy, definitely not fast. It's definitely not, you're not gonna like make $1 million with 10,000. If you want to make $1 million, you're going to have much more than $1 million. You already have to be rich to make that kind of money. Usually with trading is you have a large amount of capital and you need to make a few percentage rate off of that. And then you slowly compound as time passes and everything, and then you have these strategies, and then you start doing a whole bunch of things, and then you grow with time. But that still takes time, experience, a lot of studying, a lot of time, so many things. And at the end, it is just another skill that you have to develop yourself. But it does take time. You have to study. You have to understand the risk that you're taking. You have to be aware of what you're doing. And that way you can hopefully start making some extra money or extra income with what you already do, as in your career or in your job or whatever. So that's kind of how I do, at least my game. I don't know about these people, but that's kind of how I do. Because, there's no easy money at the end of the day.
To Cody, the guy pushing this great trader, world's best trader.
World's top leading day traders.
And I said, maybe this guy's not all you think he is. But Cody defended himself saying, I didn't promote him. I literally went day trading with him and made $9,000. Haha. He's factually skilled enough to double my money in a few hours.
Yes, but then you have to disclose the risk here. To disclose the risk. Because if he doubled your money, how much did it risk to double your money? He made you $9,000, but is he risking like what, 18,000, 10,000, 5,000 in 1 day, 2 days? If you lost those 10,000 to 10 grand, how much would have impacted you? And somebody who does not have millions of followers like you do on YouTube, like a normal day-to-day worker, would this person be able to lose 10,000 in 1 day like that? Probably not. So there's all these things.
Which I guess is true, but he's also skilled enough to make you almost lose everything twice.
I was gonna just dump all my money into it, in 1 day.
You wouldn't lose it all.
Really?
I mean, you could, but you're gonna lose it all. 100%.
Oh, really?
I was actually interested in taking this trade before you pulled up. You would have lost your full 10 grand right there.
Really?
Yeah, all of it.
And this just shows Cody's arrogance here. He's so uneducated on Forex, but also so confident about it. He was moments away from losing everything, but he doesn't seem to know it or care. I asked him which broker they ended up using, and he said he doesn't even know what a broker is.
That's messed up.
That's another big problem because
It's a major red flag.
part of Forex scams are sketchy offshore brokerages where you don't know if it's real.
And the problem is these days, as much as I hate saying it, even the regulated brokers, you can't even trust them fully. Just look what happened to FTX. He was a regulated broker that everybody trusted, and then ultimately he was one of the biggest scams that was of the century. I don't know. And so many other exchanges, there's so many exchanges from London that they were regulated as a Forex exchange, and they just took all the clients' money and they ran away. And unfortunately, that's how fucked up the system is. And unfortunately, you cannot even trust the regulated brokers. Unfortunately, it is very, very sad. And I hate saying it, but this is just the reality. I know a lot of people. I know people in my country some people here that it was one of the traders in my country. He had his own broker. He had the regulation, but then 3 years later, I don't know, maybe he saw too much money in his account, in his company, whatever, and he couldn't handle it. So then what he did, he leveraged the client's money, and then he ended up blowing up the client's money and then his money, and then he filed for bankruptcy because, again, you're not fully protected anywhere, even the regulated brokers. And this is just the sad reality of this market. And as much as I love this market, that's one of the things that I hate about this market, because you're never going to be fully protected in this market. But yeah,
real or fake money, and they can take your money and run. Now, I went to Alex's website because I was curious, and Alex recommends a broker called LQH Markets, which he calls trusted. But I would beg to differ because this brokerage is located in Comoros, which you can't locate on a map. I forbid you from depositing money there. It is also offshore, and it has no CEO listed, meaning
okay, being offshore, it is kind of a red flag, but even if it was not offshore, it does not guarantee you nothing, unfortunately. But it would be even harder for you to trust an offshore broker, right? So it's just so messed up how everything is, man.
we don't even know who owns it. It's also banned from
this is actually kind of a red flag.
accepting U.S. investors. But of course, the same guy who says minors can impersonate family members has no problem getting us around that too.
This is the kind of the L for some people, which is no U.S. clients. I'm sure you guys can figure out a way how to do it. Get a VPN and and do it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking stuff. Just VPN to a trusted broker. Apparently, Alex's whole community trades there. That's how trusted this brokerage is.
I believe that there is a trusted broker. This is the current.
I feel like to make for somebody to really trust a broker is you would have to have some, like you'd have to open your broker maybe in the country, and then in the country of residence, and then you'd have to put yourself out there as the owner. You know, like the owner has to be clear about it, and then he has to be clear about what's being used, like how the money is used in the broker, how he's using it. And there needs to be clarity. There needs to be not just regulation, but a really heavy regulation, because it's just how this market goes. It's just very, very dirty, very dirty. And it's already hard enough to believe in a broker that's regulated, let alone those offshore brokers. So unfortunately, this is kind of messed up, but it's just kind of how it goes at this point, you know? So ultimately, like, you have to put your money in these brokers at your own risk, because otherwise, if you don't have access to other brokers, there's nothing else you can do. If you want to learn how to do trading, you don't have many options. Actually, you have to rely on these people, you know, and then you actually have to rely on their goodwill to be good with you, or not to be fucked up losers with you and then steal your money, right? So that's kind of what it is.
The broker that I use right now, which is LQH Markets. Been using it for a very long time. My whole entire community uses it. This is the trusted one that I recommend.
After hearing all of this, I just wanted to know, surely Alex knows who's behind this trusted broker. So I asked, who is the owner of LQH Markets? Are you a part owner? And he told me, quote, "I'm not sure who is. There are many affiliate broker companies that do outreach on behalf of platforms to give the best deals, and no, I'm not." So apparently his whole community is sending money offshore. He calls it trusted, but he doesn't know who owns it. It's shocking stuff, but even if you thought that was bad, it actually gets...
It is messed up, but unfortunately, it is the very reality of the market these days. So if you want to learn trading, you have to understand these things, and you got to be aware and like take responsibility for like doing this. That's why you should not put all of your money in a high risk investment, especially knowing that even the regulated brokers, it's not fully guarantee. Like it doesn't guarantee you fully that you're going to be safe from then stealing your money. So you got to be very, very aware of what you're doing. Unfortunately, I wish things were different, but there just aren't.
It's worse because the last company Alex promoted was a different one. It was called Rocket 21.
Join the Rocket 21 Discord, the Rocket team. How legit Rocket is.
Rocket 21 Challenge, Rocket 21 Instagram. Take your Rocket 21 Challenge. I only and will forever recommend Rocket 21.
That's right. Alex used to promote a website which was a place you could get funded as a trader. These are called prop firms, and in the Forex...
The prop firms, the usual prop firms. Most prop firms, they don't pay you. Most prop firms are going to steal your money. Not all of them, of course, because I know some of them will not, but prop firms is just usually not all of it, because I'm not going to say all of them because that's wrong, but at least a lot of those prop firms that I saw, they're just scams.
Industry, they're mostly huge scams. How it works is they issue challenges to traders who pay for it with the promise that if they are profitable enough, they will get bigger and bigger accounts that they can trade with.
Exactly. Basically, they make you like they put this offer for you that if you pass the challenges, they're going to give you the money and they're going to fund you. But ultimately what they do is they put so many obstacles for you to get this challenge, and most people are going to fail anyways, and that's how they make their money. And then maybe just a very few portion of people who can succeed is going to take some money out of it, if they ever get the money out of it. And consistently, it's actually kind of even hard for that. So unfortunately, like I said, there's no easy money. There just isn't. Like, I wish, dude, I really wish there was, you know, there is not easy money.
And then they will receive a split of the profit that they make with these trades, which all sounds fine, except these companies are not actually trading anything. They do not use real money accounts.
Yes, most of these accounts just use demo accounts, and then if you pass the challenge in the demo account, they pay you the interest rate or they pay you the split, whatever. It's kind of complicated, but that's kind of how they work.
They give their traders fake simulated trading accounts, which means that when these companies lose money because their customers win, they pay them out of pocket, and vice versa. They make money when traders lose, which is
A huge conflict of interest.
strange when you think about it, because Alex's whole thing is to teach people how to trade successfully. But he's also promoting a website which succeeds the more his students fail. Maybe it's no surprise many of his fans now call this website a scam. And although many of them believe Alex was simply a
For me, the only thing that worked in trading is knowing the whole financial system. You cannot trade like trading as one specific thing alone. It's like a part of a bigger picture. You know, it's almost like you have to treat trading like a huge pizza, and then each slice of the pizza is like one part of the thing, and you need the whole pizza to make it work. So you need to not just trade, but you also need to work. You also need to invest your money in safer things. So if you make money from the risky trades that you're doing, or forex exchange market, whatever, you take some of that money out and then invest in good stocks, for example, to earn dividends, you know, or some more stable stocks or some portfolio, some maybe S&P 500 or something safe overall to make you more safe, of course, to make sure you won't lose money on the long term, you know. And like just keep studying, because at the end of the day, like I said, there's no easy money, and you need to, the idea with trading is you take the risky money that you make and you invest somewhere else. Like I said, buying good stocks, buying treasury bonds, investing in real estate, or just doing something that you're more likely to rely on it than to just put everything into high risk investment and then waiting for that to work out for you, because usually it never works this way. What I do is I take the money that I make from high risk investment and then I invest somewhere else. And then I just increase it every single year and every single month. And that's kind of how I do the things. And then it's almost like one thing is hedging one another. And then here's how you're going to turn trading into a living organism, more or less. And you have to constantly watch what you're doing and how far you're willing to take the risk that you're willing to take, because it can get crazy if you're not every single time watching and being very careful of what you're doing. And at the end of the day, there's no guarantee of success. So you actually have to accept the fact that you can lose it all. So if you're not willing to lose it all, you shouldn't even put your money in the first place. And that's how it works, you know. That's how it works, unfortunately.
promoter of the website, I have bad news for them. Alex admitted to me that he was also a partial owner of Rocket 21, although he says he's no longer a part. But just imagine the conflict of interest here. You are purporting to teach people how to successfully trade, and you co-own something that makes more money the more people unsuccessfully trade. Talk about a conflict of interest. It's also interesting to note that Alex at various points traded from a Rocket 21 account, saying he had $1 million account. But now that we know he was a co-owner of this company, and also that these were simulated funds, what are we even watching? A guy playing with Monopoly money?
We're about to take this trade together on my $1 million account right now that I currently have from Rocket. So this is my $1 million account from Rocket. So we're literally gonna take this trade together.
Like, I hope you guys see what a nasty business this is. And unfortunately, it's not just Alex. There are many Forex gurus doing the same thing, pushing these prop firms.
What is a reputable unlimited trading?
For example, there's a lot of people who got rich with trading crypto, for instance, you know. That doesn't make crypto in itself a scam or a scamming industry, but unfortunately is how people make it easy, you know. It's for you to just put your money in a coin or some shit like that without explicitly telling them the risk that they can lose everything. And it's the same thing with Forex. It's the same thing with all these markets, you know. And ultimately is what you have to understand there as early as possible is that every money you put in trading to do margin trading, okay, or these like penny stocks or crypto or meme coins or even NFTs, you know, or these Web3 games or whatever it is, or even Forex or on margin trading, these are all risky. It doesn't mean that it's bad. It means that it's risky, and you have to be aware of the risk that you're taking. And the earlier you understand it, the easier for you to not lose money with it. Or if you're going to lose money, at least you don't lose an amount of money that's going to, you know, completely destroy you financially. And then you can move on with your life if that's not for you, for example, you know?
That I know will pay me out. Check out Smart Funded Trader. Link is in the bio.
If you guys want to check out at a Leveled Up Society or the Day Trading Institution. You can also find that down in the description as well.
TFT continues to grow. People are getting paid and people are telling their friends and people are making money and they're sharing that TFT is reliable, and that's why TFT is growing.
And unfortunately, even if you do win and you make a bunch of money, many of these companies will ban your accounts or delay your withdrawals. That is something Alex is even aware of, which is why he addresses it head on in his promotional videos by doing a car giveaway.
There's a lot of talks about there about, a lot of these firms not paying people out, being super scared. So a lot of new firms pop up like every week. All these influencers, they just make their own firms. And I was talking to the team, to the Rocket team.
It's almost like a white label.
And we're like, dude, if we give away a Lambo, we pretty much cash out $250,000 and we just hand it to somebody. This is to show proof that Rocket's gonna have no issue paying you out. There's literally no issue.
Yeah, guys, no issues. The proof is in the Lamborghini giveaway. Now, I happened to grab the last 5 reviews of this company on Trustpilot, and all of them are 1 star, reporting that there are delays or they are not getting paid from Alex's former company, which is obviously bad. But of course, Alex isn't the only one. He's just the one on the biggest platform at the moment. The Forex industry is full of scams, fakes, and frauds, and you should be careful when anyone makes earning lots of money seem easy.
Exactly. Like I said, foreign exchange market in itself is not a scam. Just like crypto is not a scam. Is that the way people try to make you so easy and like this beautiful dream that everything is going to work out for you if you just, put $1,000 in there and then you're going to get rich or become a millionaire. That's the scam. The scam is in there, and unfortunately people they take advantage of you being naive, of not being financially educated, because most of y'all have no idea how trading works. And then that's when they win, and that's how they bait you into, misleading you with these super over promising, things that, oh, you're going to do 200% a month, 300% a month, which is possible. It is possible to do that, but you're not going to do that for 40 years, 50 years, 100 years. You're not going to get $100 and then turn that into $1 million or 10 billion or whatever. Most likely, you're just going to lose all of it. So you have to be very, very careful with this, because this is so much more complicated than people make it seem to be. And if it was that simple, if it really was that simple, these people who are selling you this, they would be richer than Elon Musk, for example. And most likely they're not, So do your own research before doing anything. You can do whatever you want with your money, but just do your own research. Do your own research. And if you want to try something with an amount of money that's not going to kill you if you lose everything. That's the advice.
Despite what Whistling Diesel would have you believe, it's much harder to make $1 million than you think, and much easier to lose what money you do have. Ironically, Cody would know that if he had done a bit more due diligence and not been so lazy.
That's it. Is that a video? Yeah, that's the video. So yeah, guys, I think I said pretty much it all. This is a good video from CoffeeZilla. Like I said, do your own research. Be careful. Do not trust easily in nobody, because trading is risky, but it is still possible ultimately. Investing in stocks is possible. You can invest in good stocks and make money with good stocks with appreciation. Just look what happened to Nvidia, for example, which is one isolated case, but it could have made you millions of dollars if you were to just invest it early on, and so many other companies that actually generated you money over time. But you have to do your own research. It's definitely not as simple as people put it out to be. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching it. Hopefully we can react to other videos from Coffee. Very intellectual guy. This is complicated content that he does, but it's also very interesting. If you want to learn about investments and scams and all these things, definitely go ahead and subscribe to him, because he is very smart, and I love watching and educating myself, because this is the only tool that you have. Your only real weapon is knowledge and having understanding and clarity of the things that you're doing and what people are saying to you, because you have to be smart every single day, because there's always somebody out there who's going to try to convince you to take your money, and if you're not smart enough, you most likely going to lose all of it. So be careful, okay? You can trade. I do trading for a little over 6 years, but I'm very aware of what I'm doing because now I know for sure that this is definitely not as easy as people claim it to be. But yeah, see you. Damn, there was a whole lot of yapping in this video. Thank you guys. Bye.